right word, put the bass on the track. On my face to the back like I'm taking a slap. I need a drink, but it's straight from the tap. And I'm hating the slack, couple man run around like the hate in the gaff. Please stop talking that trash, cause the vibes in the front all the way to the back.
Got enough of every melody, they all sound the same. Yeah. For my broken heart, no remedy, but maybe if you stay, we can get away with it. Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. How do you do? Cause I'm feeling so good. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. We can get away with it. Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. What do you do? Cause I'm feeling so good.
I've been counting down the days to get out. I've been looking for a way from this town. And you're too far away to help me now. So I'm counting down the days to get out. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to forget everything inside me now. Full speed ahead, far from the end. So
Okay, so we were playing against Northwestern, and I remember, so from last time that I remember, what we did was our main problem was to dying too early. So let's see if they fix that problem from here. So we play on this the capture point first, which is this big ice map, which is basically just a depiction of Iowa.
Yeah, basically Antarctic Peninsula, not looking too different from how Iowa has been looking right now. Two Iowa teams duking it out. It is Wartburg College versus Northwestern College, my alma mater. So some of my not quite former teammates. I guess I'm too old now that they're not my former teammates anymore. But definitely Northwestern alums coaching both of these teams. So there's some banter going on before the game. As you see, Wartburg now teleporting out of spawn. Going to switch over to Venture to start this point.
Yeah, so I think both teams also did it. They used the Symmetra just to get that forward momentum and onto the point, see who can get there first. And then the Symmetra just swaps to, I think in this case, Venture and Sojourn on the other side. So we do have the Ana, and they decide not to play the Ana with the Baptiste, with Baptiste's biggest thing being the lamp, which is probably better than his ult, just his one ability. And the fight here in the Yogatoon does go down to the Ramatra. This is a big difference of the tank picks here. Usually we have they usually have a Mauga or a different tank. We haven't seen much of a Ramatra played at all usually. So the first point does go down to the Warp. I think the Northwestern side. The Wartburg is on the red team here, so I'm just gonna get that through my head. They did get it to begin with, but then they didn't finish out the fight, so they had 15%. But so they're just trying to get some picks here and just poke shots out here to see build some ults with the healer ults, just healing. So they doing a little regrouping here, but it looks like they already got the Ana ult here, and they jump in with they're just popping both support ults here. We do have a Zen ult going to come up here soon. We have a lot of ults coming up on the Northwestern side. But Northwestern does get the first pick, so I don't think they're going to invest more ults into here because it's not needed, and they do get taken down. Blurgan Turgan does have his ult here, but is going to decide to fall back. Probably the better. I think he got put down early, actually, so he didn't actually back up. So on the Northwestern side, only one ult got invested, and that was the sound pulse, Lucio's ult.
Sound barrier, I believe it's called. Yeah. Or beat, as people call it as well.
So they have all their ults here except that one ult, but they bop the soldier and ult. Wow, I think he got accidented there, which sucks. It always happens to me. They bop the Ramatra ult, they pop. It gets taken out with Blurgan Turgan in the back line. We didn't see that. And the Mei ult does go down, but with Blurgan Turgan comes in with the Zenyatta ult, which makes him healing really fast.
Yeah, clutch, because that Mei ult almost won them the point right here. But this is a long battle. Lots of ults being invested. Another nano coming out from the side of Wartburg.
This nano, these support ults are coming up pretty quick, actually, because I don't think their back actually ulted in the fight. So, which BAP ult is hit or miss. I mean, it's not a big deal if you invest it or not, because it's just.
Yeah, it can help get some kills, but it's not as much of a fight-changing ult as some other ones. Also, for people watching that are knowledgeable about recent Overwatch updates, Overwatch has recently added perks to the game, but tonight we are playing with perks turned off for this first week, just to get any bugs that may be present out of the way.
Okay. Oh yeah, I saw some of the crazy perks. And then didn't they release a new agent or no?
They showed who the next character will be, but they have not been released yet.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I saw. So, yeah, they do have perks which make it actually game-changing. So we're going to be probably watching a different type of game or style of gameplay next week.
Yeah, it seemed like it was going to be more game-changing than I believe It is. It's still Overwatch at the end of the day. Just
Yeah.
heroes have some cool new abilities in the second half of the game, basically.
Oh, it's not like at the beginning?
Correct. You progress as the game goes on. So you start off about 1/3 of the way in. You'll get a minor perk, and you can choose between 2 minor perks. And then another third of the way through the game, you'll get to choose between 1 of 2 major perks.
Okay.
So that's how it works. But back to this game right now, Northwestern going to take the first round of control. That is not the map yet. This individual map is a best of 3.
Yeah, so they do have the Zen, not the Zen, the Symmetra just push out. They both teams are going to do the same thing just to get the, it's going to even out anyway, so even if they both did it or not. But they just put them to the point closer. It's just that one person that's back that did the TP, obviously. Usually they want to fight for the high ground here. That's what they usually do here. Yep, they do here on the right side. You just have the, but we do have the horse change. I think we had a Winston to begin with, and then we swapped with the horse. Actually, I can't remember.
I believe that is correct. Yes.
Yeah. But they stick with the same comp here with the Sojourn and the. Both team likes to run the Mei on this map. I know it's Arctic, but they still get the Mei walls. I think the Mei walls is really good to block off just line of sight and just block the Flynn, just so they'll see. It's basically just a group wall. I say the main reason here you couldn't heal his horse there. The good sleep dart right there, put off that pressure, but it does get taken down. Just finishes out the fight. So Northwestern does take the first fight there and is starting to get that point. So this is the best 2 out of 3. Well, this game mode is the best 2 out of 3. So if they lose this one, then they go to the next one, I think, which would be, yeah. So I have never seen this part of the map actually.
Yeah, there's a whole area all the way over there that doesn't get much play.
Yeah.
But it's pretty vital for flankers like Venture, as you'll see right here.
Okay, this Ana just wants to keep this farthest back so it doesn't get dove, which I don't think they have anything that can really dive there at all, other than the Sojourn, really. So ults are being built up here, so this next fight could be a big one to see. All ults are gonna get thrown out here. We're gonna probably see a male. No, we're not. The horse gets taken down, and I think it's just Maragos does get a pick on the right side of the map.
Yeah, that Lucio goes down, but it just took too long. Zachary was holding the front line, but gets another pick there by booping that Sojourn off. But the tank is dead and still on their way back. Zenyatta going to be forced to use Transcendence, but another one goes down. Maragash on the Venture, putting in work right now.
Yeah, I didn't even know you could push people off the map in this part of the map. I didn't even know there was an edge there, which I didn't even know this character did that much boopingness. I've never played.
With that little drill dash that we saw him use right there, it can completely just shove people off the map or into a corner. Complete control of people's movement. Yeah,
so Maragos does really like playing the Venture. But I've seen, we have 5 ults on the Northwestern side, so I want to see how much they invest in here, but we only have the 3. We did use both support ults, as Zed had to use it to stay alive in the last fight. So they do pop the BAP ult and the soldier, so they tie the soldier and the BAP ult together to get that extra damage out. And they do pop the lamp early here, so they don't have much to protect themselves. So
and a huge anti-nade coming out right there. That's going to take a lot of people down, but Pickled Poet falls as well to this Ramatra ult as well.
It evened out. No, the Ana does go down here in the Zen, so there's just healers left. That was a good fight. They did invest 4 ults there, and
but it might not matter. This Yogatune's going to have to
try to touch and just barely misses with the
gets on the point of the last second, at least enough to trigger overtime, but I doubt anybody else is going to be able to make it.
Oh, never mind. Close. He went up for the high ground. I mean, I don't think he's going to get there anyway. He probably wasn't going to get there. So Northwestern does take the first map at 2-0. It wasn't that upsetting because they did just end up winning the fights at the beginning, and then when they build those ults off, they just won the ult fight, and then Wartburg didn't have much to fight with at the end there. So I think the Northwestern had a better ult management, like when to pop it or whatever. So we do move on to the next. It's gonna be a payload? What's it called?
It'll be either control or hybrid next.
Hybrid. Oh, we control? It can also be control.
I mean, not control. Escort or hybrid.
Escort, okay.
Not control. My bad.
Yeah. That's what the name I was looking for. Yeah. So, either map has to deal with the payload. So, we saw... And then it's going to be pushed. Yep, I remember. So, Northwestern does take the first point. So, if they do win this next round, then they do win the match. I'm going to say games and match.
It is a best of 5, so it's first to 3. So.
Oh, I keep getting this wrong.
Yeah, different between all the other games. Valorant is just a best of 3 because those games take a lot longer.
So, Marvel Rivals is a best of 5 too, then, right?
Correct.
Tomorrow.
Correct, yes. Tomorrow, for those of you who do not know, it is a MVEC is putting on a Marvel Rivals tournament, kind of testing out the new game, seeing if it'll possibly be a game we can play and participate in the league in for next year. So Wartburg is entering 2 teams into the tournament tomorrow. Yeah. It won't be live streamed, but I'm sure on social media we'll post the results. Our varsity team is the 2nd seed heading into this tournament, behind the number 1 seed Cornell. And the JV team is the 6th seed out of 7 teams.
So either if both Wartburg team win the first round, then they play each other, or if they both lose the first round, then they play each other, right? So
I believe so. Yeah.
But well, that'll be weird.
I mean, with 7 teams and one school putting in 2 teams, it's just very likely that we'll have to play each other at some point.
Yeah, but so I think there's this. I think Wartburg team 1. There's a good player on their team called his username is he goes by Sam SKK, but his handle on that game is Super Candy Kill. So they're looking really prominent with that one player on their team. So I'm gonna be rooting for them. So
that is Samir himself, by the way. Same as KK for everybody wondering.
Yeah. So.
And you play a lot of Hella, right?
I only play Hella.
Yep, there you go.
I think there was one game that Hella got banned, and I was like, I played Storm. Storm wasn't banned because Storm's the other easy one to play.
Yeah, Storm is quite strong. The new update just came out today from Marvel Rivals, though. So did see some changes to some characters. I believe Storm got a slight nerf, but should still be very strong. But she also got the team up with Johnny Storm, where she can do like a massive ult that does a ton more damage and lasts a lot longer, which is stupid. But I won't even see her a lot once I play rank, because Storm is going to be banned the whole time. Yeah, probably. But anyway, this isn't Marvel Rivals now. This is Overwatch. We're headed into map number 2 now on Eichenwald. This is a hybrid map, which means that there's a point that the attacking team needs to capture, then we'll turn into a payload, and then that payload will have to be pushed the rest of the way.
Okay. Yeah, so we do see the Moira and the Illari, which I think Illari actually would be good on this map. With just her turret placements could be in better areas.
And we've seen the Moira on Blurgenturg playing Moira pretty frequently throughout this season, but it is biggest of owls on Moira this time. Opening up the Illari now to Blurgenturg. So I know Biggest of Owls has been trying to expand his hero pool, plays a lot of Ana, but picking up Juno and Moira as well, which Moira, pretty simple character to play.
You don't have to aim unless you're healing, but Moira players don't do that, so so they don't have to worry about that. But we do they already passed the first choke here, which I feel like is a big. They're playing more defensive here in Northwestern. I feel like I always started playing that first choke. I don't know if I'm just playing the game wrong, but these guys
it is quite interesting that the first choke was not held.
Yeah,
I've never seen that either.
So they are just rolling them down because they just had the space to work with, and they just took advantage of that, which is actually a good thing to do. They're gonna give it to you, give it the space, just take it. There's no point in fighting a choke that's not even a choke anymore. So they do end up taking the fight, and they already captured the point, and then they have 5 minutes and 30 seconds to get to the very. Oh, there's only one. No, there is one checkpoint. to the next checkpoint. I didn't see it.
Yep, there is one checkpoint here, and that first point can be a real pain to try to capture sometimes. So props to Wartburg there for capturing it so quickly.
So Yogatune try to be quiet here, try to get a flank, because there's 4 people here on the high ground, and actually they're all on the high ground, just split up a little bit. So they're trying to hold this high ground here, maybe hold this point. Maybe this is where they're strongest. Who picked the map, by the way?
Wartburg picked the map since it was the loser picks the map.
Yeah. Okay, so they are trying to hold this high ground. You see all 5 players. Yep. They didn't swap. Never mind. They are building ults here, so we're gonna see a big ult fight. Everyone's gonna get their ults up here soon. Pretty much all on Northwestern and Wartburg soon. This both support ults on the Northwestern side already came up, but the horse does go down. So let's see how much they do invest here. So and Wartburg is gonna be a effect. Coupling effect when they all fall down. They're just trying to survive and buy time for their tank to come back.
And Wartburg is going to invest Coalescence there, the Moira ultimate, in just to survive a little bit longer there. But almost everybody else in this game has their ultimate right now. So you're going to see a lot of people pushing that Q button here, popping their ultimates. Let's see who invests the first one.
So we see Ilari pop out.
First one.
And then we see a Transcendence. And then we see a Yogatune, and then we see a Soldier, and then we see a Mei, then we...
Yeah, lots of them.
Then we... I think that was it for now. The Ramattra does go down before he does pop his ult, which I feel like he should have popped that ult earlier, but they were going down. Maybe he didn't think it was a good time to pop it, but he does have it for the next fight. So Wartburg is doing really well on this. They still have 3 extra minutes. I feel like, and they're gonna touch this. They're gonna contest this point with a Ramattra ult here. Probably he's gonna press Qs in like 2
probably
seconds.
a Mei ult as well.
Yeah, there he is.
The Ramattra ult.
We do
a window as
the
well
horse
for
ult,
Baptiste,
and we got rid of
the Mei ult will probably be saved here.
Yeah, Wartburg does go down here, but they did take the payload pretty far. They're almost there at the end here.
As we see the Maragash switching to Torbjorn, and Yogatune going to get picked out as they greedily try to set up on an angle there instead of completely backing out with their team.
And the Soldier did, after they ulted, they did switch over to McCree here. So
Soldier actually. Oh no, Meek switched to the Cassidy. Yeah, Yogatune switched to Soldier.
Yeah. So we have hero swaps coming out. I wonder if the Mei is gonna swap after they ult too, but I feel like they've been playing Mei the whole time we've been watching so far. So Yogatune does go down out, and Meek does get put down to 1 HP, but we do have the Maragas having 2 players basically with the turret. But turret does go down, but they're trying to push out from this. It looks like they're taking 2 different fights here, one top right and one on the bridge. So.
And sometimes it can be okay to take 2 different fights at once, kind of a pincer attack, but they need to be timed properly. And right there, the timing just wasn't quite there. Some of Wartburg's players going to fall a little bit early. Now, once again, this last point could be extremely tough to push because you have to. The spawn is so far away. You have to get all the way over to that point.
I think another map like this would be King's Row. I think is another one where they have that long first point. So
yes, King's Row can be pretty tough as well to crack.
So, but Wartburg did pick this map for a reason, so let's see if they can actually put that reason in effect. So, we have the Transcend. They have 3 ults on the Northwestern side. The Moira ult does come up, so we'll see a big ult fight come here soon. We have the Moira ult popped early here on the right side of the map here. Yep. And just put in that work. The beam is not rendering or whatever. But the Northwestern side does have 4 ults, does pop that high noon, and Maragas does kill the creep before he pops the high noon.
Oh, the Baptiste almost goes down as well, but Maragash having to reload, and now Wartburg
it looks
going
like
to be resetting for one final attempt at this point.
Yeah, they have final fight, but again, Northwestern didn't invest much into that fight other than that Creole, I'm pretty sure. So they're set for this fight and having the advantage. But we do have the Transcendence might come up in this fight, probably will, and the Soldier ult will come up, and the Horse ult will come up. So
we see Biggest of Owls back on the Ana. No more Moira for him.
Yep.
As 20 seconds left before someone needs to touch this point. Pickled Poet just trying to get some chip damage before the fight starts. Trying to take a position and gets this high ground secured.
So,
And it looks like everybody's moving in now.
does pop the lava, and then we do have the Transcendence come up too. Pushing this Baptiste back just so they can even help the team. Does pop the Horse ult just so we get them off the point. Does put that pressure on, but the Transcendence, the Zenyatta is staying on that point, testing it.
And a phenomenal Orisa ult there to avoid getting frozen by the Blizzard. I did not realize that ultimate can keep you out of
One
freezing.
important thing that the tank is doing here is trying to body block them so they can have a tough time even getting to the point.
And it works out. Wartburg able to cap the point there. Gets a little bit of time added to the bank now. Minute 30 added to the clock there.
Yeah. So now they get that little pressure off their shoulders to get to the last point here. Now this, oh my god. So they're just playing this pick game. All ults were basically used on the Northwestern side. So Wartburg does come into this fight with the advantage with the Ana ult. Basically, that's the only ult that's in this fight gonna be, and it's given out early to the Horse here, and just see putting that damage. Does hit a big spear on the whoever was up top there. I can't even.
Baptiste,
know.
yeah.
Baptiste almost knocked him out, but. Okay, the Orisa tries to push the Ramatra into their team. And trades are going out, and I can't tell who's up right now. And I think it's Northwestern. Yep, Northwestern's 100% up right now. Yogasoon just trying to get that extra pick damage in and try to fall back.
20 seconds. They have Wartburg still has 20 seconds to try to reset and then get a touch.
So this is gonna be the final fight of the this half. They do have the Transcendence to contest here, but
Orisa does make it back with 3 seconds to spare, so
he does have the ult to go around with it, so he would probably jump in the point and just press Q soon. Maybe they're waiting for the Mei ult, because they may think that the Mei ult has ult. Does press Q, but the Transcendence does come out to make them invulnerable. Not invulnerable, but heal really fast. Mei ult comes out with Molten Core the point, but there's not much you can do when it's just a Molten Core.
And that will be the end of Wartburg's push there. Not a bad push at all. Almost pushed it all the way, which is nothing to cry about for sure. Definitely a worthwhile push. Now the sides will switch, and if Northwestern can push it that far, they will win. There will be no overtime since the point was not pushed all the way.
Yeah. Wartburg did start off strong there at the beginning of the first 2 minutes of the game, and until getting to that last point, just pushing that to that checkpoint is the hardest part of that match that we had. And if Wartburg had a little bit more time, they probably could have had it to the end, but you got a lot of time wasted on that first point, obviously. But let's see how they're gonna play this defense better, because we'll remember from the I don't know if you even remembered it. That's how fast it was.
Yeah, normally teams will hold this corner right here, or they'll also hold maybe a little bit further up under the bridge. But we saw Northwestern opt to hold way back over here in this area, kind of on the point, which you don't see too often.
I don't know if they were just delayed, lagging. I don't know. Maybe they're just strategizing and just forgot the time was about to start. I don't know. Or maybe that was their whole strategy that they watched it on, I don't know, silvers. Because usually you want, I don't know how this game works. You want map control. Just cut off places. Look, see, the Maracha's already playing up, way further up than they even were. I think, yeah. So they're trying to hold this bridge. Me personally, I like to play Sim and just put a bunch of turrets on this bridge. It gets a lot of work put into. So it does get walled off here, but it just tries to push the point. So they do get across, but they did hold the choke as best as they could there. But they end up playing against this cover around here too. So they make sure to play around the map as much as they can. And we just have a 5v5 fight here. We just have one soldier on the flank trying to get. But the Ramacha does take out the soldier here. And the Ramacha does go down. So It looks like it is going to be a win fight for the Northwestern. Maybe we can get, oh my god, the broken, oh, never mind. The lamp does die out there as soon as Guys does get that final hit in. So the payload capture point goes to same as it did last time. Really.
Oh, Yogatoon has to be careful here. Doesn't have your team with them. Okay, decides to back out now. Was scared that Yogatoon was going to get picked there for a second.
So Ash, this is my first time. I haven't seen Ash in a while.
Yeah, Ash was bugged for a while, actually. There was a weird glitch where if she would crouch and stand still, she would have no head hitbox. Bullets would just go right through her head. So she was banned from our league for a little bit, but now that is fixed, and she's ready to be in there again. Let's take a look at how this Ash is doing.
Yeah, I totally forgot she was in the game. I just haven't seen her in so long. I played a lot of Ash. Now I think, that's crazy. Who snitched?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ash is pretty strong with that burst damage because if she ADS, she does do that more damage, and then can on the ADS and do more damage. Let's see how we see that. Those
yeah,
combos
can two-tap headshot people as well. And Dynamite can do a great big AoE as well. Sets people on fire so they start taking damage over time.
Yeah, the big thing about the Dynamite, it builds your ult charge if you can get a good one off. And look, it's already at 86 and was at the beginning of 60 at the beginning of that fight. And Bob is can be like a game changer because I think Bob can contest, right?
Bob can contest a point,
which is crazy.
Yes.
Basically making it 6v5.
Yeah, fantastic ultimate in Bob. A robot who stands still and has aimbot and does a whole lot of damage.
And has a whole lot of health.
Yeah.
You're not
as we might see it come in right here. There we go. There's Bob.
And we'll knock people up, too. I don't know if we should have hit people, but Bob does get a kill on the Baptiste there, so worth it if they win the fight out. But
and Pickled Poet going down when it looked like the fight was turning in Wartburg's side, but now the tide has reversed.
Yogatoon does get his aimbot, presses Q, and download hacks, and we got the Nano as well, so has increased damage, and just has to hold left click. Just try to get her out, but does get picked out. We do see the Kiriko. He swapped to Kiriko a while ago, now that I think of it, because he has ult. It pops the Kitsune Rush and goes crazy with it just increases, I don't know if it does movement speed, but it does like just
movement speed, attack speed, reload speed, and increase your cooldowns. They recharge quicker as well, so kind of just everything faster.
Yeah. Which is a great ability. Does teleport away from the but it looks like the Ana is gonna go down. So Wartburg is actually winning this fight. I mean, we're watching it from the back line, but we're not seeing how much is going on in the front line. It looks like they are winning the fight here, and they do end up taking them out.
And a great play there from Blurganter. You saw that Blizzard came in from Northwestern's May. They cleansed the Ana to allow them to get the slow removed and move out of the way. I mean, they got walled in eventually, but then used their own teleport to teleport out. Most Kirikos would use the cleanse on themselves. So great heads-up play to know that they had themselves saved. They said, hey, I know I can make it out of here. You try to get out too. So great heads-up play. You see Northwestern now trying to go around Castle side, take that high ground. Wartburg is going to be a little bit split up, kind of playing on the payload rather than contesting the high ground first.
And Blurganter does go down. We didn't see exactly what happened, but it looks like he got picked off. And Meek is going crazy on the ult of the Sojourn ult, and does get 2. We have the Ana in the back line just trying to get some pick damage out.
And that's going to be a third ultimate now from the side of Northwestern. Trying to secure this point here.
Let's see if they might try to fight for this point, depending on if Ash can get her ult in time. No,
everybody's forced on this right side. Nobody's going to be able to touch. Somebody has to go left side. Oh, somebody does touch. It looks like Kiriko's on.
Just try to delay as much until we get that Bob, maybe, or the Macho's back. Does pop the Kitsune Rush before it goes down.
Doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
But everyone, it does go towards the Northwestern side, which that was not a great pick because we did invest the Kitsune Rush, which we could have just delayed it a little bit and then played the next point. But they do have an extra minute from where Wartburg was when they got to this point. So let's see how this turns out into the Northwestern's favor. They do have the Ramalcha ult, but we do have the Bob ult.
Oh,
And-
we do not have Bob anymore
No.
as Sojourn gets a pick there on that Ashe.
And you can nano Bob, but I don't know why you'd want to do that. I mean, there's extra damage, but the Ramattra ult does go back out from the Northwestern side, does take out Pickled Poet. And let's see, the Bob probably will get invested soon here because it needs to contest the point, and we don't have the tank up. So it's a good replacement for that tank that can. It does throw it far, so nothing's contesting it.
But Bob goes down right away.
Wow.
The whole team just turns and shoots him, and that's the danger of using Bob
yeah.
when the fight is not currently going on, and that's going to be Northwestern using their ultimates kind of one at a time.
Yep.
Taking that fight, and Northwestern's going to win that map as well.
So we do go to the push map. We're gonna go to Runasapi, guaranteed. I remember the name.
Yeah,
Look.
not guaranteed, but we'll see. We'll see.
Unless they ban it. But so we got an Alari play. Is this? Didn't see anything where she popped her ult. So it's when May popped her ult and she got a kill.
Yeah, one kill. That is play of the game. You don't see that too often.
Yeah, I mean, okay. I thought it was gonna be like something more crazy than that, but so the first two maps go to the Northwestern, and we are gonna go to a push map, and we're gonna see what first map they ban. We like to play Runasapi the most. That's what I've seen, so that's why I said Runasapi. So push again. I think last time I was here, someone won, but I think they lost and they pushed it all the way to the end. I think, but it wasn't on Runasapi. I watched too much Overwatch.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened
Yeah.
last time exactly, but
Yeah, so
I've had too many games this season already.
yeah, and I don't even watch the wins. I don't even do the Wednesday ones, so I'm only here on the Friday because they play on Wednesday for the
For MVEC, yes, this past Wednesday, the game unfortunately ended in a forfeit from Central College to us, so we took the win by forfeit. So we didn't actually play a game this Wednesday, but most Wednesdays we do. Actually, next Wednesday is our last week of regular season for MVEC against Illinois College, and Wartburg will have to win that game in order to secure their spot in playoffs.
Mm-hmm. So what's their record right now?
In MVEC, Wartburg is 2-4.
Okay, so they need to get 3 and 4.
Yep.
And is that including the forfeit?
Yep, that is including the forfeit because Illinois College is
Yeah.
also 2-4, so the winner makes it into playoff and loser will not.
So
Coliseo has been banned. So likely now that Wartburg will be picking Runasapi as the
Runasapi. Okay. So push map, we all know push. Hopefully, it's push the barricade all the way to the end. And if usually it doesn't end like that, usually you just push it as far as you can get. This is just one big game mode, no rounds, no nothing of that. The spawns do swap if you push the robot past certain checkpoints though. So yeah.
Yeah, the key to winning in push is making sure you wait for your whole team to take the fight. Actually, Wartburg going with New Queen. We have not seen them pick New Queen in a while.
They're trolling today. Maybe they just want to switch it up. We'll see. 'Cause I think usually Wartburg picks the Runasapi. Maybe they're not feeling good about it. I mean, usually the thing about push maps is that they're symmetrical. So what's on the other side is on the other side. So did you say Coliseo?
Coliseo was banned. New Queen Street will be the map played. But yeah, Wartburg in the past has typically picked Runasapi. They're going to opt for New Queen Street. Maybe they see something that they haven't seen in the past, and these teams want to try something different. New Queen Street, known for kind of being one of the more open maps, lots of flank routes, just really easy to get back in the enemy back line and, kind of just mess people up from all different angles. So whoever is able to do that properly will probably be the winner of tonight's match.
I mean, it's kind of similar to Runasapi. I mean, I guess all push maps are similar.
Push maps are, usually all pretty similar. But New Queen Street is probably the most open, I would say.
Yeah, when I think of push, this is what the map I think of. But I think it's like one of the first maps that came out. So I think this does take place in Canada. 'cause of the hockey, the snow, and the poutine.
And the
So,
poutine, yeah. It's a great bet for sure.
Yeah. Stereotypical. I didn't know Overwatch was like that. But we do start. I want to see if they do the symmetric tech that they usually do. I don't know. They usually do it on the control points, but I don't know if they'll do it on the.
On most of the symmetrical maps, it usually gets played, but it doesn't look like either team's going for it here.
Yeah. I mean, usually it doesn't really matter as much because the robots don't even know active. I mean, the same thing with captured. Is the point activated?
The point
right
is
away?
not active right away,
Okay.
but usually you want to get there as soon as you can
Yeah.
to just control as much space as possible.
But they do have the teleport on the Reaper and the jump and the Juno movement abilities as well. So and the fade. So they all had movement abilities. So they'll still get here quick. Compared to, we do see a Genji, which is gonna be fun to watch.
Yes, and Winston from both sides here.
Yeah. Which is good. Maragos just played that Reaper, which is the Winston counter, I like to say. 'Cause he does with that lifesteal and with those shotguns. He'd put in a lot of damage to this Winston. And already putting in that work. And Yogatune back on that No, Yogatune is back on that, Venture.
Venture, yes.
Yeah.
And Northwestern kind of just stuck in this corner right now,
Yeah.
unable to break out with the Venture and Reaper hold them into place, but the Reaper finally gets forced out now.
Wow.
And Yogatune gets pressured out, dies before they can get underground.
Yeah.
Biggest of Owls gets picked as well.
Pickle Toe is
Somehow
about to go down here too. 67 HP. Not much.
Northwestern was able to get out of that corner successfully.
So technically Wartburg is already in the lead right now, but Northwestern did win the fight, so they just had to push it a little further just to get in the lead. Technically, if the top of your screen, then it's there. You can see how far they pushed it. And so they're just playing some pick battles, just getting the damage, maybe build them some ult charge, because ult charge are pretty even right now. It's just the one outlier is that Ana, and I guess that mainly is that Ana. She'll probably pop it soon, just because she'll get it back soon enough. Yeah, anyway. Which, not going out, but you do get a pick from the Northwestern side. Just take out Maragaz. And they do end up winning the fight again. We're diving on people without support. Maybe they just get picked out early.
Yeah, Maragaz tried to teleport into the enemy backlines, but got sleep darted immediately out of teleport.
So this next fight is going to be a big ult fight. Other than decent ult fight, a half ult. Because we do see the Ana ult. It probably will give it to the Sojourn, or might save it for the Nano Blade. I don't know what the Northwestern really does, and what they prefer to give the Nano to. But we do have the ult, the Reaper ult, come out, or gonna come out soon. So we'll see. Goes for
Pickle
a
Poet
dive, but
continues to
gets
try to
booped.
jump on the Ana,
Yeah.
but the Ana is getting protected by the Brig. It doesn't seem like this dive is working, or they need to find better targets to start.
Maraga does take a takedown. He did have his ult, but wasn't fit to pop it with them dying out. So they did invest the Winston ult and the Sojourn ult. So 2 ults did go down on the Northwestern side, but they still have 3 more. And it looked like the Ana is probably going to give the Nano to the Genji, so get the Nano Blade working here. But Wartburg is going to come up with their ults of their own as well. So this will be a pretty even fight here.
And Northwestern opting to back up. They said, hey, we're going to make you guys come to us, and we're going to take this fight at this corner here.
So it looks like Maraga's trying to go for a flank here, maybe to try to get his pop his ult in a good spot. I don't know what happened there. So it does get taken down, and Pickle Poet does take 2 of them, and jumping on the 3rd, and it looks like they're winning the fight here, and just trying to dive on every target to get them all taken care of. So it does win the fight, but they still are not in the. They have to push the robot all the way back just to even push their own wall across. So technically, Northwestern hasn't lost anything in this fight technically yet. Now they have the shorter, longer spawn.
The spawns, yeah. Forward spawn is normally what they call it.
So they lose the forward spawn by Wartburg touching the middle of the map again. Let's see if Wartburg can make it to that forward spawn as well in this fight. usually if they win this fight, they should be able to. Pickled Poet does jump on two of the both the healers, so they have no healers now. So it looks like they are up in this fight, but the healers are staying on their ults. I feel like Ana could probably already had 2 or 3 ults popped out by now, but I think they're trying to like save for the perfect moment. Probably onto that Nano Blade that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, and then we see the Nano Blade coming out now.
And we see the rally from the Brig. But both their healers on the Northwestern side are low, but the Nano Blade does kill 2, including the Pickled Poet with the tank. And Yoga 2 try to put in that support and finish those kills, but looks like Northwestern does win this fight and take it out.
And they won the fight before Wartburg was able to get that first point, and get the forward spawn. The robot does pause there for a little bit once you make it to that point, so it's a great job on Northwestern's side that they stopped the robot before it was able to push the barrier to that checkpoint.
So we have Pickled Poet jumping onto the point, trying to contest. So right before that forward spawn, I think the reason for the early jump is so they can deny that early spawn. And wow, gets a good sleep dart from the Ana, because he was getting pressured heavy, just trying to get that Ana dead. This Reaper trying to get this health pack, and maybe going for a little bit of a flank here.
Coalescence not rendering once again, but there is Coalescence going on.
Yep. Whenever she looks like she's like casting, I don't even know.
Kind of shooting the beam with both hands at the same time.
Yeah, when she's saying no. Looks, Wartburg does win out that fight. See if they can get to the forward spawn. They actually didn't get the forward spawn last time. I didn't say that. They were just that close. They just need to like touch it and move it like an inch.
Yeah, you see the little hexagon on the ground there. The robot has to push to that little hexagon.
So this fight will have, we still have the, I don't even know if we even popped Reaper ult yet. I think we've had it for a while now. Okay.
Yeah.
there it goes, and he's gone.
Yeah, Genji can just deflect the entire ultimate back at him.
I just spoke that into existence. So Yoga 2, Meek does get a kill on the Brig on the back line there. Does get rid of the Brig there, but looks like he's gonna get down to the process. Can't do much without any support, and you have a monkey jumping on you. But Pickled Poet does stay alive, trying to protect whoever got slept here. I couldn't remember the Moira. Yeah, and which is actually really good. So still, no progress has been made in the last 30 minutes of either side.
Yeah, both teams just trading fight for fight here, unable to get full control of the robot. And one thing that is notable about this game mode is winning multiple fights in a row is extremely important.
Yeah. Which is going to be really hard for Wartburg to win this fight, because they do have that Nano Blade. Yep, goes out, and they also do have the rally. The Nano Blade hasn't killed anyone yet, right? Yeah. So they do stay alive. They invested in Nano Blade, and no one at Wartburg's side went down. So Wartburg does have 4 ults go. The Coalescence goes out, the rally goes out, the I don't know, whatever the
Venture ult
ult's called. And then we do have
and Pickled Poet ult as well. So that's 4 ultimates from the side of Wartburg.
They do invest 4 ults, but Meek does pop his ult and gets 3 of them. So it's an even fight right now.
Not quite. Some people had respawned already. Wartburg has this fight in the bag, but the respawns are coming through now. Though this fight has elongated.
Let's get the forward spawn on the robot, and they do decide to back out there. So they did hit that forward spawn, so we're gonna have the Wartburg characters, people coming back faster to help stop this fight. Now they lost the forward spawn, but I feel like everyone has already spawned in by now, so they should be ready to hit this fight soon before they can get their forward spawn. So it looks like they're playing more defensive here now. Once they new Wartburg characters come back, or people Wartburg come back. Leave it there. So we do see the Winston ult come out on the Northwestern side. That's the only ult they really have to work with right now. The Ana ult was going to come out soon on the Northwestern side. So this won't be an ult heavy fight here. It's going to be 1 maximum. So this should all be knowing what cooldowns is available on either side. Let's jump on that the Genji, even though Genji's deflecting. You can't defend a laser. Deflective laser.
That is true. That is, typically, you won't see people even play Genji when there's a Winston on the other team, but Northwestern's still going for it.
Yeah. So does play in this long court, does jump on the healer. Healers, if you're putting pressure on the healers, then they can't heal, obviously.
And the robot is getting pushed during this whole time. Pickled Poe was able to make all that space. Yogatoon a little isolated. Moira's with him now.
Getting close to, Maragos gets taken down on that. The Torb gets taken down, which is on the Wartburg side, and getting close to evening out this this whole match here. Just have to push it a little bit further, and this is gonna be the last fight of the game here. And if Wartburg takes it, then they win. And if they don't, they lose the entire night, basically.
And it's not looking good for
Not looking good,
Wartburg.
and they
Only
do get taken out.
Maragash alive. Is he going to be able to touch? He gets a touch.
Realistic.
How long is he going to stay alive? Pulls out the hammer. And that is looking like it is going to be it.
Realistically, the Northwestern side shouldn't have pushed the robot at all, because they would push it closer to the Wartburg side, which they have ability to touch it, which it didn't matter in this case, but you never know. Like, maybe if it's closer on the Northwestern side, then they wouldn't be able to touch it. So usually a lot of people like to say get off of it if they're already in the lead. But if they're not in the lead, obviously you want to stay on it and try to make that one comeback that could happen.
Pickle Poet did get play of the game there.
Yeah.
And that is twice, actually, that Wartburg had play of the game. And
so we won on the play of the game
win.
side, and that's all that matters. Not winning the game, just the play of the games. Which, the Alari play of the game was interesting. It was just a one kill, and just holding right click on the Arista that was low.
And that's going to be a 3-0 from Northwestern. GG's to the Red Raiders, my alma mater. Best of luck to them in the rest of the season. Hopefully we run into the game, into them again sometime. I think that game can go a very different way in a future game. Wartburg showing some things they got to work on though, but that's always a good sign. That means you got room to improve. Yeah,
but what we didn't see today is they didn't die a lot like last week. They died before the fight even started. So we didn't see much of that today. I don't remember even that a point when that happened, other than when they took that 2 different fights on like the Eichenwald, but that was a different story. So
that was a little bit more of a timing thing rather than people overextending. So fix one issue, and now we'll look to other ones.
Yeah.
Do you want to get interviewed?
I just wanted to ask you on your codes.
So we had Pickle Poet coming in the room.
All right, well, that's all we got for tonight. We'll be back again next week. There will be some reschedules, so stay tuned to the social media, and Checking Go Nights should get updated as well once these reschedules get finalized. We should be good for some games next week, but our spring break is coming up, so we had to reschedule some games around there. So